So hey guys, today I'm going to talk to you about old traders and my journey in trading and my trading experience and where I come from. It goes way back, and I started trading before we had all these wonderful computers and wonderful screens and all that. Computers had just been born. The online thing wasn't even a thing, and interestingly enough, the way we used to trade, I remember the first introduction to trading for me, and there was no CFDs or futures or anything like that. It was all equity. You bought an equity and that was it. I didn't even think that Forex would be something you could trade. I thought Forex was something when you went on holiday, you sort of swapped your dollars for your rands or whatever the case. That was how you did it, And my first experience was they gave me a chart and a 20-day moving average. Actually, I can't remember if it was a 21-day or a 20-day moving average. And the basis of it is if the price went above the moving average or through the moving average, then you made a purchase. And if it came back to that moving average to go back through, then you sold out and you made a profit based on that. Would you believe we had a 10% stop loss on that? Mind you, not geared. It was what you had is what you paid, and that was it. You paid 1-to-1, but you had a 10% stop loss. I always wondered about that, because if you think about it, you would make the purchase based on going through the 20-day moving average, and you would make the sell when it came back up, yet you had a 10% stop loss. It's quite crazy when you think about it. But obviously, not a great success, very difficult to trade, and I went in and out of trading at that time, failed a few times, and it didn't work out so great. There was a few that stayed and were great investments, but further than that, the trading scene, the spreads were so wide, the costs were high, it was a different ballgame. And then when computers came along and they gave you a charting package, and I got my first charting package, and I was really excited about that charting package. It was great. I had all these computers, I loved computers, and I had all this stuff, and all these little moving averages and whatnot on it. I thought, this is marvelous, this is absolutely great. But the online part, in the old days, you had to dial up, and then, so before you had the computers, we actually have to phone the broker and tell him to buy or sell the stock on your behalf, and you hoped that he would give you a kind of reasonable price. Then you got the computer, and you had the ability to do your own trading online. This was exciting. But to do the trade, I actually had to dial up into the internet, because in those days we had a limited amount of internet. So you couldn't just leave the computers on all day stuck online. You actually literally sort of, okay, I'm going to make a trade now. So you would dial into the computer, go online, make the trade, and then sign out. Okay, so there was no leaving charts online or anything like that. All your charts were offline. So it was basically historical information that you were working from at the end of the day, just like previously when we used to do it on the newspapers. Nothing different to that. So when the internet improved and things got better, and all these guys came with the most amazing indicators, that made life so much better. Hey, by the way, it's Rob Guilty, it's logical trading. Trading's risky, and 80% of traders lose money. Well, most traders lose money, and if you don't like losing money, don't trade it. Do not trade. But that's it. When the computers came along, when all these guys came along, all these stunning indicators, and then all the crossover moving average tricks and the MACDs, the moving average convergence, divergence, and relative strength indexes, and then they started to come along with new systems and promises and all the rest of it, that these things would make things better. Would you actually like your own trading bot? Pop down to the description below and you'll find your trading bot there. Just click on it and go and get it for yourself and let it do all the trading for you automated. Hey, let's get on with it. Unfortunately, most of these indicators are lagging indicators, particularly moving averages. And if you know anything about it, you'll know that it's all made up of history, and it's all calculated based on the historical data. So it's very difficult for you to now take these indicators and make money with them, because once you get into the trade, you don't have much space before it starts coming back, and you've got to get out of the trade. So you only take that little piece in the middle. You don't get the whole trade. So lagging indicators, I never recommend them, but if that's your system, good for you, and I hope it works for you, and stick with it. Don't change your system every 5 minutes. It's never going to work. Through my history and experience of trading, and it's years and years and years, I've had my ups and I've had my downs. So you get those moments. Try and manage your risk and stay in the game. Because if you don't manage your risk, it kicks you out of the game a number of times. Believe me, this thing can kick you in the ass. You go through times like 2008, when the world crashes, and then none of your systems are going to work, by the way. It's just going to kick you in the butt. You wake up on Monday morning and it's a disaster. So that's why I always say, when you're sleeping on a trade, make sure you can sleep on that trade. Don't over-risk. Too many people over-risk their trades, and it becomes a really expensive thing. Interestingly enough, though, I find that most people that are successful in the stock market are guys that, very much to my policy as well, don't make 90% wins and risk huge amounts and whatnot. It's just the guys that tick along, and they have a 50-50 win rate, and they make more on the winners and less on the losers. It's as simple as that. If I look at my simple trading system, let's go, for example, here to the S&P, and this is over years and 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 years of trading. I've sort of come out with this. This particular trade that I'm looking at right now is the S&P, and if you look at it, there's a kind of a, how can I put it, a demand area, right? There's a demand area here, and I'm looking to buy into that demand area. So it's as simple as, if it comes back into that demand area, I'm patient enough to wait for that, okay? And then you're going to look at your stop loss, and then you're going to look at your take profit. Easy peasy, okay? Or you can wait for the support level. If it comes down into the support, then you can take that and take a trade into the positive. Very easy, simple system. So yeah, now here we are in the future with all these fancy products. It's amazing, it's brilliant. Guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Maybe follow, leave comments. Till next time, it's Rob Guilty. Bye.